Hi Desiree. I'm looking at your logo. It looks really good. You hit all the requirements and then some, and your logo just looks good. It looks cool. Matches the personality of KNMC pretty well. And I like the symbolism with the Rolling Stones that you were able to include. One thing I'm noticing, and it's not even like a huge deal, but with this line here, there's kind of like a little bump right here. And I think there's an anchor path right here. I almost wonder if we zoom in on this and maybe just use this white arrow tool, click down, or wait, no, I think it's maybe under the pen tool, click down, and anchor point tool. This might work. So if you use this, it turns it into, if you click on it and then hold down and drag, I've never let up once since I clicked on it. This can help you to kind of smooth out, let's see if that's even working. So if I use it on here, it can help to smooth things out. Another thing that could be done is we could use the smooth tool. I can't remember exactly where it's at. Here it is. Oops. Which I don't think you're unaware of this tool, but you know, maybe just using that a couple times would help to smooth that line out. See, it took that hard edge out. The smooth tool worked really well, actually, better than the other way I was going to do it. You know, I see another little, it's not a huge deal, but I do see like another thing with the, right here on this tooth and right here. I mean, just another quick pass with the smooth tool, you know, could kind of help some of these areas. Not a huge deal, but just kind of tighten that up a little bit. Stuff like that, just small stuff. There's sort of like a little gap here. You know, you could push shift with the white arrow tool on the anchor point to open it up and then just kind of tuck it behind. Just to clean up a couple of the little things here and there, nothing major. One thing I noticed about this is this little tail right here that's kind of sticking out. I think it's partially because if we go to stroke over here with the properties panel, the align stroke is something that you can change, and right now the path itself, the red line, has a little bit of black on either side of it. So if we change it to like this, it'll move all the black on the inside of the stroke, and this will move it all to the outside, which makes it look crazy. But if we move it all to the inside and then maybe just increase, oops, that doesn't do anything. If we move it all to the inside, that kind of fixes that extra little tail that was sticking out. Of course, you might have wanted it to look a little bit more bold, but I think that helps a little bit. Because if I was to go back in and put it back on, oops, where you had it, it was somewhere around, I don't know, it had a little tail sticking out. So I think it does help to have it all on the inside, to change it to be here on the inside. Align stroke to inside, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So just those things were kind of popping out to me. If I ungroup this, and I grab this and do a Command C, Command V to paste, you know, copy and paste it, move it off to the left here, and maybe just use like the ellipse tool and zoom out a little bit and push shift. I can select both of these things and then use the shape builder tool and push option to subtract things. I can get this little thing here and I can actually bring it over here, do Command plus to kind of zoom in, and I can bring it over here and kind of line it up. Oops. Use my space bar to get my little hand tool, and I can actually kind of line this thing up. You might have to zoom in quite a bit to get it to really work for you. But if we do that, we can get a little bit more, possibly have this overlap. I'm not sure if that actually looks better. I was thinking it might look better, but just something to try. Maybe kind of make it look a little bit more intentional. And then I can actually, this is the one that's below it, so I can take the pen tool and the delete anchor point tool and just get rid of this portion of it. And oops, maybe not that one. Command minus to zoom out. I'm not sure if that actually looks better, but it was worth a try. So that's one way you could kind of make it have an overlap there if you wanted to try that. The same thing could be done over here potentially to bring that above, but I actually kind of like the K maybe being in front of that. I'm not sure if this actually does look better. But anyway, just some ideas. Yeah, but overall it looks really good. I did notice if I zoom out on your document, there is a little anchor point right over here. So you zoom way in, we can see it. When you exported out your PNG file and your JPEG file, so if I go into what I downloaded out of Brightspace, if I open these up, there's a ton of white space off to the side because there's a little anchor point right there. So when you actually go to export out your JPEG file, do a file, export, export as, make sure to check this. So if you put this here, if you happen to have a little thing like this out here that you forgot to delete, you'll get a PNG file that doesn't have that problem. So if we go back in, oops, to your KNMC logo project and we go to the PNG that we just made, this one, you can see it doesn't have a bunch of extra space off to the left anymore. So anyway, just some quick tips. Overall, you did really well. Good job. I'm moving kind of slow as far as getting these things, you know, voting on these things and getting them ready for Facebook and all that. I am planning on doing it, but it might not happen until like November because things are pretty crazy right now at some point in November. So anyway, we'll talk to you later.